Why will we eat food? You might be thinking that the question posed within the title of this blog has an all too obvious answer. We all know that we eat food to remain alive. But why can we discover ourselves slaves to our appetites and rumbling stomachs? What's actually happening inside each folks that couldn't happen without another slice of toast, or piece of fruit, or that the bulk vaunted of mid-afternoon pick-me-ups? The sneakily consumed bar of chocolate? We're all familiar with the concept of something needing fuel to remain it going. Whilst an influence station requires gas or coal to power its turbines and generate energy, so we would like fuel, within the sort of food, to power our continued existence. The foods we eat provide us with a spread of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, water, fat, carbohydrates, fiber, and protein. These nutrients are put to different uses as building materials to construct the tissues and organs from which our bodies are made. Due to the components of the molecular machinery that keeps our cells running as they need to. All of these uses are unified by a typical theme, a requirement for energy to make them happen. And this will be where one particular sort of nutrients comes into its own. Discovery that carbohydrates are better known to us as sugars, but in fact the sweet crystals we all know as sugar are only a neighborhood of this group. Carbohydrates are available in very different shapes and sizes. One of the time list is glucose, which acts as a chemical building block. Multiple copies of glucose can join together to form a selection of much larger molecules. As an example, starch, found in potatoes and flour, could also be a carbohydrate formed from many individual molecules of glucose joined together in long chains. Based on taste alone, you wouldn't think that starch was manufactured from glucose. Although individual molecules of glucose taste sweet to us, once they're linked together to form starch, the sweetness is lost. To understand how the sugar in our food can power the processes occurring in our cells every minute of every day, let's follow some starch on its journey through the body. Many of the foods we consume aren't during a very form with which our bodies can do anything useful. Instead, they need to be digested. So it's with carbohydrates like starch. This process of digestion starts as soon because the food enters our mouth. Our saliva contains special substances, called enzymes, that start attacking the long chains of starch, breaking it into smaller fragments.